IONQ has quietly become one of the hottest stocks on Wall Street, and after exploding higher, the chart is now approaching one of the most important levels we've seen all year. The bulls think this quantum computing leader could be heading towards $100, while the bears think a major pullback is overdue. We start off here with the monthly chart, and this is looking very bullish to me. Previously, IONQ went up as high as $84.64, but as you can see, we had a large wick here. I've told you guys before on this channel that usually when we see a big wick like that, we usually come back to eat that wick, and as you can see with this giant green candle, we've already eaten about half of this wick, and it looks like this month we might be going for the rest of it. Now the stochastics RSI here are fully reset, and as you can see, there's still a lot more room to continue going up. Now one thing that we do have to be careful about is that we are getting a little bit stretched out and far away from this 21 moving average, which is at $42.16. So even though I feel like we could make one more big move up and possibly get past these wicks, I would then think that we will get some type of a cool off and wait for this 21 moving average to catch up to price, or we might get a little pullback and meet it halfway there. If we head over to the weekly chart, we see that the stochastics are starting to get a little toppy here. We see that the RSI is a little bit topped out, but we could still drag here for a little bit. You guys see over here, look how long we dragged on the stochastics RSI before we fully rolled over. We get a move like that over here where we end up rolling over at some point over here. We could still make a gigantic move up. Now we have to keep in mind we have 5 bullish weeks so far. If you don't count this red one, there's about 6 out of 7 weeks just bullish, and we are again far away from this 21 moving average at around $43. So some cool off has to come at some point, but this stock is so hot at the moment that I do feel like we're going to make one more move up, possibly going to $90 or even $100 before we get that pullback. But the fact that we're above the 50 moving average and all these averages is very bullish for this IONQ stock. We head over to the daily chart. Stochastics just got to the top here. The RSI does look a little overbought, but again, we could drag here for a little bit. We're dealing with the same situation, far from the 21 moving average. This one's at $56.24, and we've been bullish for a while. I would like us to cool off here, maybe go sideways a little bit and wait for this 21 moving average to catch price, and then from there we could blast up. If not, if we do make it to $100, then I do see us possibly pulling back a lot sooner and crashing down faster because we didn't get a chance to consolidate here. So we could anticipate that maybe we could start making some type of a flag here, sideways possibly. Now there's no guarantee of this, but I like just to anticipate, and and we'll change the structure around as the time happens. But if this were to be a flag and it does break out, you guys could see how I see the potential of possibly getting to $100. This shows us we could get to about $95.82. We head over to the 4-hour time frame. This is where we see that things could be cooling off a little bit. You can see we're very overbought here on the RSI. We're overbought here on the stochastics RSI. We're actually already starting to roll over here. Of course, we could always pop back up and drag this along a little bit. 21 moving average is currently at $60.81. If we were to drop down there, I think that would be a good buy-in opportunity for myself. Now again, similarly to the daily time frame, I'm expecting us to maybe flag out here a little bit and wait for this 21 moving average to catch up to price. I would say if we're going sideways here, this will be a good chance that anytime we get a dip, start dollar cost averaging in and waiting for that next big move. We head over to the 1-hour time frame. We see that the stochastics have rolled over. We might drag here a little bit, but soon we're going to start coming back up, and the 21 moving average is already caught up to price here, and we have been going sideways here for a little bit. So this is showing me that soon this will be primed to make that bigger move up. There's going to be some resistance, of course, at 85k. That's where we had the all-time high last time pretty much, and we dropped down from there. So I could expect us at least to go to about 85k before cooling off. But if this stock really gets a lot more hype, once we're at 85, I could see a stretch up to $100 easily. And on the 15-minute time frame, we can see that the stochastics are kind of rolling over, and here we're trying to stay above the 21 moving average. Here you could tell we're a little bit overextended here. We're starting to lose the 21 moving average. We're trying to hold the 50 moving average at $69 as support. If we do end up losing these moving averages, I could see us falling down to this 200 moving average at $64. Again, to me, that would be a good price to start getting in. Now we lose the 200 moving average, we have to be careful because then we could fall down to about $58, even to $48. But this stock is coming back from falling all the way to like $25. So whoever got it over here at $25 and we're at 70, you guys are in great profit right now. So right now, overall, guys, I'm seeing a move to $85 to $100 for IONQ, or we might be going sideways for a little bit before for that bigger move. If we do fall down, I expect this to hold support at around $65, $60. Worst case scenario, around $48, but I think that that would be a good buy-in price and wait for a bigger move up. All right, guys, so that's the breakdown. If this gave you clarity or a setup to watch, do me a favor, like, drop a comment, subscribe. And if you have a stock or crypto you want me to go over, drop it in the comment section. This is FlexCandle, where we read the candles and flex the moves. Catch you on the next chart.